So as this title says, I am moving, except I'm not moving for 3 months. I am moving back to the mother-in-law apartment at my parents' house because my stepdad, or my bonus dad, because he is one of the most incredible people I know. He's terminal and he is currently on hospice. After a lot of discussion back and forth with my mom and I, there was a conversation that we had a couple months ago where she was talking about what she would want to do down the road when she sells the house she currently lives in. My mom has Lynch syndrome as well. That is what I have. And she's already had cancer 4 times. She has a lot of health issues, and I just could not get comfortable with the fact that she would be all alone. And although they have a tenant downstairs right now, it's not the same as having a family member live down there. I don't think that is I don't want to say burden, but I don't want to put a burden on their tenant to listen. I mean, that sounds pretty morbid, but my mom has had a lot of blood pressure issues and she's fainted multiple times. So I feel like with me there, I will be able to help her. I can help her get the house ready to potentially sell in a year from now. And then it'll just be really nice to be close to her. There's going to be a lot of grief that we're all going to go through. I think that being able to spend time with her when we both need it will just be really healing. I lived away for 10 years. When I moved back 2 years ago, right before the pandemic hit, I noticed that my parents and I had kind of started to reverse roles, where I became more of the caretaker and they became more of the ones in need of care. And I think that's a natural progression as we all get older. I've really noticed it within the last 6 months. I'm gonna be moving back there at the end of August. So that means I have a lot to do to get ready. I have a lot to do around here. I have tons of projects that are partially complete because I got really busy with markets. I have to redo my floors because I started painting them and I only got half done and sealed, and then I got really busy. And so I'm just gonna redo them all. I have the stairs I wanna paint. I will actually take you through and show you in so much I have to do out in my workspace, my shop. I always feel weird calling it my shop because it's just a garage. It's not like a real shop, but it's my shop, so I guess it is a shop. I have a lot of decluttering and cleaning, and I want to start now sorting through everything and slowly taking everything over to my new space after I get that cleaned out. But I'm gonna kind of show you what I have going on here. This is kind of where I store furniture pieces. The idea is to flip them a lot quicker than I have been, but Somehow time just seems to go by so much faster when you're in your 40s, and there's never enough hours in the day. Over here, I have another dresser that I will be working on, and then I had a market yesterday, so I have all my market stuff. But as you will see, I have not been the tidiest in here. I am like a tornado, and I just whip through here and work and go about my merry way. And then back there is my landlord's stuff, and it's just a big junk pile. A lawnmower. So it'll be really, really exciting to have a space that is all mine, that I can set up however I want and organize it in a way that works best for my workflow. So my mom is giving me the garage at her house right now. It's a detached garage. It's really old. I think the house was built in, gosh, maybe 1940s, maybe a little bit later, maybe 1950s. So it's definitely that older style garage, and it has no insulation. It's all dark wood. And right now it's packed full of just all of my parents' extra stuff and all my stepdad's tools, and so, which he's already gifted me. For the next couple months, we're going to be just going through everything, getting it all organized, getting rid of anything that I no longer or she no longer needs, and going to the dump or recycling, calling in whatever services we may need to take things away. I haven't had a workspace that was solely mine ever. When I started doing all of this woodworking and art, I shared a garage with my old neighbor, the place I work out of now. Well, it's obviously my landlord's, and he has the back part of it, and he's graciously let me take over the front part. So this will be pretty much, I'd say 95% my space. My mom did ask if she could keep some of the gardening stuff in there, and so we'll create her a little space where she can store her gardening tools. I've also gotten full thumbs up to do whatever I want downstairs as far as design and cosmetic stuff goes. All the things that I have planned are more cosmetic and not necessary, but very much desired. It's a gorgeous space. It's definitely an older space, but it has the most phenomenal lighting and the most phenomenal view. I can't get down there to show you right now because they do have a tenant, and it's incredible. I have a Pinterest board, which I'll also link so you can kind of see the direction I'm planning on going. You know, there is a gray cloud looming over all of this, and that is when I move in, Papa will probably be gone. That's going to be really, really hard. I don't feel comfortable talking too much about it because it's his story, and he's a very, very private person. He's an incredibly special person in my life and my nieces and nephews' life and my brother's life and obviously my mom, and so many people's lives. So this is just, it's been a really, really hard process over the last 6 weeks, which is when he actually entered the hospice phase. I'm going to show you my new workspace and go through some of the things that I'm going to do. Gonna be my new workspace. As you can see, there is a lot to do in here to get this ready. I have all summer to do it. So I have a lot to do out here. one of the things that my mom and I are going to do is we're going to take this off, and we ordered new garage door. It's going to be carriage style, so there'll be some windows and it'll let more light in. There is a light out here. Let's see how well it works. Oh, well, I don't think it does work. So I'll be putting more light in here as well. Lots to do. I'm also going to paint it white in here, and then closer to the fall we're going to insulate it and put sheetrock up so it's warmer in here. But I think it's going to be a great working space, and yeah, I'm excited for all the projects. Yeah, it's gonna be really good, but again, there is just that gray cloud looming over our head because the reason it's all happening is incredibly sad, but the fact that it's happening is something I'm really looking forward to.